Okay, welcome back, guys.
It's
I know
not
we've
double
had
lag.
ourselves quite the hiatus, but we are back for chapter 3, the Bulette.
Oh shit, none of the cameras are. There we go.
Yeah, last time we were here, you guys had.
I have awoken.
Thank you for that subscription, Dice. You guys
Yeah.
had finally made it onto the ship, and you're underway to make your way back to Oakheart. Now, the last game, I told you guys to think about things you wanted to do for your downtime because it's basically a 3-month trip. So I was just wondering, what are some of the things you guys thought about to utilize your time? Nothing.
So Respa has taken it upon himself. He was quite enthralled by Sylvie's use of trinkets and gadgets and like de facto like impromptu magic items. So he's gonna do what preliminary research and experimenting he can with the creating of like magic items with intent to like share some of his magic maybe with some of the other party members. It's gonna be pretty basic, like maybe after the full 3 months, I'm thinking like he maybe has an idea of how to like make something do a light cantrip, roughly. Like that's probably as much as he could figure out. But he's planning some things.
Okay.
So do you mean something like pseudo bardic inspiration, like a D4?
No,
Oh, okay. I was just
not
trying to
that
imagine
direction.
it. Oh, okay. Okay.
Like more like, congratulations, you figured out how to make a hat cast a cantrip. Like
Nice.
like
Okay.
something silly like that for like a starting point of just like, am I capable of making this item magical enough that it can replicate some of what I can do, with intent to go on and make bigger and grander things when he gets access to better resources.
Okay, so mechanically, just so we're on the same page, what do you
Yeah.
want?
The thing that I was like intending to go for, I think, is a little out of his actual range. Because
Okay.
I do want to essentially attempt to make a circlet of blasting of some sort.
A
But I think that
circlet of blasting?
I do not think he has anywhere near enough resources to actually go that far out. It just has a once a day casting of Scorching Ray.
Okay.
And before
So-
it's like a miner's hat, and just does the light.
Oh, Lord.
That would be fantastic. It probably wouldn't actually be a circlet because Respa doesn't seem much for the type of like jewelry. I'm thinking probably more of like a bracelet or bracer or like a belt, like something on you that you can like activate in some way.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't think he would be able to imbue Scorching Ray into an object quite yet, with this being his like first attempting at it.
So with your first attempt, are you just trying to make a good belt or something?
I
think
think
he's
like probably more like something that could like create bonfire, because that's a cantrip that I know, and that's
To put it in layman's terms, he's trying to become freaking James Wheeler from Captain Planet.
Okay.
Quite
Don't
literally.
have to be hard.
Fire
I'm
ring.
on board with
you're
this.
not wrong.
It's like a fire ring.
Kind of. He wants to get to that point.
Okay, so go ahead and we'll say so you want to make it so your belt has that cantrip in it, and
Yeah.
so was this like a once per day type thing you're going for, or?
Yeah, nothing crazy. Like just that it can like, in a moment's need, you could do this thing once, and then it would recharge probably at dawn.
Okay.
And
Understood.
this particular belt would probably be a gift for Bjarka so that Bjarka can actually make a decent bonfire for once, because he can't make a campfire to save his life.
Oh,
The shade
fuck.
of it all.
Oh, this mother.
That's disrespectful.
Good thing Tyler knows it's not Bjarka.
Okay, so go ahead. So here's how we do. We'll what is your proficiency with like Tinker's tools and stuff like that?
I have proficiency with thieves' tools and playing cards.
Okay. So,
So very rough experimenting.
I mean, so you could definitely still experiment, but maybe you would want to devote some of your time to learning the tools of the trade. Because at this point, you're like a toddler with construction paper and a X-Acto knife. Like you're gonna make something. Part of it may be concerning.
That is fair. What set of tools would for your world be of the most use for that?
Like I would say, like armorsmith tools or leatherworking tools of some sort.
Okay. Out of the two, he'd be more inclined to do leatherworking, I think.
Okay. So that's making leather armor and studded armor and things like that. You know, so. Is that okay?
Yeah. I'm just double checking, making sure that there's not another set of tools that might make more sense, but I don't think that there is.
Well, I would say, since you specifically did mention Sylvia earlier, like I don't know what artificer tools she uses to make things. That might be a question you need to ask Blue Rover, and because then maybe you could have help with training from her.
That's a very valid point.
And that's very possible because Blue Rover was trying to figure out what he wanted to do with his downtime. So I could talk to him, and that may be something, you know, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But we still get to have you play with construction paper and an X-Acto knife. So go ahead and roll me a percentile die.
Ooh, baby.
Yes.
That's either really good or really bad.
Yo,
right?
There's very little in between when you roll an 11.
See, I'm a believer in Call of Cthulhu rules, so that's very good.
Ellie, I'll take it.
So that's gas right there. So
this is some nice construction paper.
yes. So what I'll say is, you're able to make a very decent belt. Like it definitely holds up pants. You can put a sword on it. It is completely 100% functional. You haven't got to the point where you can enchant things yet, but this is a really good start onto where you want to be.
I have awoken.
Yeah, sturdy belt. Because it's sturdy.
Yet somehow also paper mache.
Okay. Now, just to put you guys where you are at this point, you left for Oakhart about a month ago. So, aside from these little side projects you're doing, you're probably pretty bored because you're passengers. Unless you're deliberately asking to be a part of the day-to-day workings of the ship, you're not doing it. Now, you have heard some whispers that since the ship has a finite amount of resources, that they're going to be stopping off in the Tinkerlands. Now, so for the rest of you, we've already went over Respa. What about Quailif? What have you been doing for your first month of boredom?
Well, after getting back with his siblings here and learning more about like the real history of what happened to our parents, he's come to realize that learning the language of the giants is going to be very handy going forward, given that there was, the runes that were in Giant, and giants killed our parents, and I do believe that I don't remember if it was Calder that spoke giant. Somebody spoke giant. That-
Calder.
Was it Calder?
I may or may not speak giant.
Well, you've convinced me that you speak giant, and frankly, that's enough. I was hoping to learn whatever language Calder insists is giant.
Now, Calder, are you willing to devote some of your time to teaching him giant?
Yeah, I can do that. I was already planning on looking at some of the sketches of the runes that we found and cross-examining them to the notes that I have on me personally from
Okay.
the tribe that I learned from to see if I can get any more information off of it. Specifically working on like my insight skill, but type of thing. So that kind of all goes hand in hand.
Okay. So it's gonna basically take you that full month of hard study with Caldoro. So he's teaching you in between researching these runes. So that month you're able to have a very decent understanding of the giant language and the separate dialect. You can recognize the separate dialects from like storm giant to fire giant and things like that. So that's where you're at in your studies.
They get progressively more articulate as you go higher up.
You just imagine Calder's just like, no, from the chest. You're going through the nose, in the chest.
A little more guttural for the hill giant.
Exactly.
All right, so Caldor, besides helping Quailith with that, you're researching those runes. So just give me give me like a high level mechanic of what you're looking to achieve.
I'll work on my insight skill if that's at all possible.
Okay.
Gain some sort of proficiency in that because I don't have any, right? So I don't know if that's possible with doing like what is this off time type of thing, but that's pretty much what I would like to be working on to try to infer more out of what those runes mean in relation to, so I can get more out of stuff than just sour earth and things like that.
Okay. So yeah, you can do that. So I'll say it's gonna take you like to work on something like insight. It'll take you about 3 weeks. So I'll say you engage in witty banter with like the crew and stuff like that, and you're trying to gain insight on to their personalities and everything. Give me a percentile roll.
No shit. Is that just like /roll 1d 100?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
we're still rolling down that Call of Cthulhu thing.
yeah, you're good. So with that, you are. I'll say within those 3 weeks, you're able to become proficient in insight. You do have a week left because remember it's a month. So is there anything you want to do for that last week that you think you might be able to fit into a week?
I don't know. I think my hand's kind of full teaching Quailith how to talk like a giant.
I'm passably smart, but not super smart.
What's your intelligence?
12.
Mine too. We get along great.
Yeah, we get each other's jokes that we say just in Elvish because I think Spray was the only one that spoke Elvish.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So last but not least, Yarka.
So in like that first bit of us on the ship, I would have like tried to like get just like a little bit of isolated time with Quailith, just to like kind of outright ask him like why he's different than how I remembered him. So like that was like would be like a conversation or two, like the first one. Like I don't know. Would Quailith like just divulge like what happened to him?
He in general, Quailith doesn't really see the reason to lie. about that kind of stuff. Whether he just open books it and just pukes out his entire life story might be another matter, but he's not,
Do you want me to roll a persuasion to see how much of your life you would puke?
Sure.
Lord have mercy.
Mm. 0.
So the basics. Biarca just walks up like, tell me more.
For real. What is your shit?
You would be different too if you had died and come back to life.
What?
Wait, what?
So he'd be kind of shook from that. And then after that conversation would have taken place, Biarca's broke, and he still fairly recently had gotten out of the military. So he's feeling kind of restless, especially in those early mornings that he's slowly starting to wake up a little bit later because his body's starting to adjusting to a different type of lifestyle. So my main focus is going to be, and it's going to be the main thing for the whole trip, is becoming proficient with sea vehicles in some way, and hopefully he can make some money on the side as well, so that he's not broke because he spent all of his money early on.
Okay, so you basically want to kind of get better at navigation and just being a sailor in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean a sailor at all, because with my experience in the cavalry, I have the only time I've really ever been on a ship is when we were sent somewhere to go do something, and I was not especially comfortable.
Right. Okay.
So whatever available training and stuff like that I can get from crew members, etc., etc.
Okay, so your rank precedes you. So when you're trying to talk to some of the lower ranked people, trying to get start from the ground up, they're kind of giving you kind of pushback because you're at such a high rank already, or you carried that rank. So you eventually end up speaking to the captain.
Sure.
So the captain he's like, look, I have one job, and that's to get you to Oakheart alive-ish. So what do you want to learn? You want to learn how to be a sailor. Why?
Well, a good leader, depending on where he is, needs to be flexible, and I need to keep broadening my horizons. And this is an area that I don't have that at all. So that's my reasoning.
Okay.
And whether that be just learning how to act sail, steer, essentially drive, but sail the ship would probably be something that I would at least, because I guess I'd be looking for proficiency in sea vehicles.
Okay. Well, to get proficient in sea vehicles is going to be more than steering. So
Oh, of course.
he's going to charge you. But he says if you don't want to be charged, you'll have to just work as part of the crew and work it off.
Sure. Fine.
Okay, he says, oh, good. Climb up that yard arm there. I'll tell you when to stop.
I was in the military. Sure, I'll go climb shit.
All right, give me athletic.
I know to follow orders.
Give me athletics, yeah.
Fuck. 10. Not terrible.
Is that a 0?
No, it's 10.
On the persuasion.
No, this is persuasion.
The 0 was my
this is
persuasion to
persuasion.
Quayla to get some juicy deets.
Oh,
I got a 10.
okay. So with that 10, you're able to get up there. You're climbing. Everything is a little damp. You guys have been going through a lot of fog lately. So you end up slipping a little bit and you lose your footing. And you're basically holding yourself up with your upper body. So what I need is, as you're feeling yourself slipping, I need you to give me a acrobatics check to get yourself back on track on getting up this mast.
Well, let me see here. I'm not exactly the most acrobatic. Would trying to like brute force muscle my way up be easier?
No, you need leverage to have brute force, and you don't have leverage on a slippery surface.
My upper body isn't trained hard enough. Okay. Oh shit! Yeah, that's a 20, baby.
You lucky fox.
21.
Okay, so with that, you are able to like stripper pole your way up, and you're able to use a rope, and you just climb your way up, and you're at the top just above the mast. And so now he's yelling up at you, and he's like, okay, now I need you to pull up that sail by yourself. You got to tie it off at equal portions. That way it doesn't become lopsided and come unfurled in the middle of the night.
I don't know shit about sailing, so I'll just do exactly as he tells me.
Okay, so
Why
give
are
me
you so good at following orders?
give me a sleight of hand as you're tying these knots, making sure.
Give me all this shit. I'm bad at it.
You want to be a sailor, don't you?
My hand. Fuck 3.
Okay. So,
I don't know how to tie knots. I'm not a sailor.
well, apparently you do know how to tie knots because you have tied your own wrist into this knot somehow.
Oh fuck.
So you're basically
I've been naughty.
you're doubled over this mast and you're basically tied to it at this point. What do you do?
Okay. So I probably don't have like a whole lot of time. So since I'm up here and I can kind of like balance myself, I'm kind of trying and like. Actually, can I just see where would be the best place to like loosen how I've knotted myself up?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
11.
Okay, so you figure if you use your hand and a little bit of your teeth, you'll be able to shimmy this rope from between you and the yard arm.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give it a really hard like chomp to kind of like brace it, and then like pull with my hand to like kind of try to generate just enough space for me to slip my hand out.
Okay. All right, so you can give me a athletics check for this one.
Find out. Fuck. Okay, 10 again.
Okay, so you're just able to get out of there, but the captain is still kind of looking up at you. You know, he has his silver arm crossed over his chest, and he's just like, "I'm waiting."
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying to do it, just because I'm not gonna give in to him like thinking that I'm weak. I'm making sure that it's like I'm either gonna do it, or I'm gonna like pass out trying.
Okay. All right. So what happens is you notice a green flash going up the mast as you're trying to tie this knot, and when you look up, it's spray in your face. And he's like, "I don't have a lot of time, but I'm gonna help you do this knot. This is how you do it. So I need you to do the sleight of hand check with advantage because he's showing you how to do the right knot."
Okay. Sneaky little fucker. Let's see. Advantage. Let's go. 15.
Okay, so with a 15, you're able to basically look at what spray does, and then you do it again over and over and over. You're able to get that sail up, and now you safely shimmy down the mast, and the captain's like, "Good, that's a good first lesson." And here's your second. And he shoves a mop and a bucket into your hands.
Ha, easy, bitch. I've done this before. No problem. I'm good at this one. And I will swab his poop deck.
Okay,
You did what? You walked right into that window, I would say.
I did. Anyway, so you'll spend the rest of the time, rest of that month, learning how to be a sailor. They'll teach you how to use the stars. They'll teach you navigation, and they'll teach you how to keep the ship clean.
So approximately how long, during that month, how long before I break even, like I've paid my dues for the training working as the crew and I can officially start making money? Or does it take the whole month to like earn that?
It takes the whole month because there's a lot to learn.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Dude, sailing is currently my side hustle, man. I got to see where I'm breaking even on this investment so that I can have some money.
Well, you should once the month is over and you actually know what the hell you're doing, you should be able to make money on the ship.
Hell yeah.
Now, you won't get full wages because you're not commissioned or enlisted with this ship, because this is a military vessel, but they will give you a contractor's fee.
Hell yeah. Then I'm good, baby.
All right. So we have all gone over what we're doing during this time period. All right, so as the rest of you are kind of going about your days, the month has passed. You guys are relaxing, drinking hot apple cider on cold nights. Unfortunately, Spray, he is being worked like a dog. The only break he got from cleaning was way early in the month when Bjarka had to swab the poop deck. Past that, it has been all Spray keeping this ship rinky tink. Now, where are the rest of you kind of hanging out on the ship again?
Oh, I'm sorry. One other thing that I wanted to make sure in like any of my downtime that I had was to also let Respa know and me to keep an eye on Johnny McFucknuts that everyone else invited onto the ship.
Priest?
Yeah, the priest that's on the ship.
I thought he would be good to keep around. I don't know why you're so mad about it.
No comment. So just keeping an eye on him.
There's not much to look at. He's been meditating for most of this month.
Probably gonna try to turn this boat into his new house.
Weirdo.
I mean, technically, it would kind of match the aesthetic of his old house.
Yeah,
Upgrade. More rooms.
I think so.
Smells slightly better.
I'll have you know that I've been cleaning this deck, and it is pristine smelling, sir.
The deck is pristine smelling.
Damn right. If that's Spray's fault, he's been cleaning for shit, then.
That's probably why Spray has been cleaning this whole time, because he's been half-assing it the entire voyage. Actually, no, I take that back. Toad said that he wanted Spray to work hard, so that's what that's what we're going with. So it may smell odd, but he has been scrubbing the hell out of it.
The boy's
like-
been trying.
He's got like a really like skewed version of cleaning.
Like
Forget
the
you're supposed to,
railing
like-
is beautiful and amazing, but he's not really done anything else. He spent a lot of time on that one thing. It looks great. He's been busy the whole time. 100 hours put into that railing.
It's like the entire ship is like dark and gritty, but it's that one railing that is like spick and span and looks like freshly polished mahogany.
Yeah.
Like, done. Rest of the ship's left.
All right, so where are you guys at the ship or doing on the ship now? Since you're done with your downtime, now you're kind of on your free time more or less.
I've got proficiency with dice, so I was planning on just playing some dice games, trying to make money off these poor sailors.
I would like to sit behind Quaylith, and every single time his opponents go to roll their dice, I want to play my hand drum mildly menacing, just to add some pressure onto it, so they can't really focus on what's going on.
Okay.
Respa, are you proficient with dice as well?
Playing cards.
Because Bjarka is also proficient with dice.
You can run this place. Where do you think you're making all that money?
Hell yeah.
Wages.
Okay, so
No, I don't mean like in a criminal ripping them off way, but definitely
taking their
trying
money,
to win, taking their money.
taking their money.
If you want to, now just hang with me. I can make one of those dice have a frost rune on it. We can make it something else.
Can we wait till we're real close to shore?
Okay.
But for like the other parts of Bjarka's downtime, like, yeah, he's looking just to start making some change, just to have like a little bit of money once we get back to land, so that I'm not like borrowing money from people, because Bjarka really does not like borrowing money, especially from his brother. Ugh.
Okay. All right. So you guys would like to gamble. So you're gonna pull up the gambling table.
Hell yeah, I got proficient. So how does proficiency work with rolling dice?
In general, you literally just add your proficiency bonus to whatever you roll.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
So if you're playing like a D6 game, if you roll 6, you just cap it at 6.
Yeah, I mean whatever the. I mean it kind of depends on the DM on how it works, but in general, when you're proficient in something, it gives you that bonus by.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it's the rules of different games.
Oh, sure, that makes sense. I understand.
Kind of depends on the DM and how they work things.
And I don't know, this might be up Respa's alley as well with some games.
So he would definitely be doing a little more of a shell game kind of a thing with cards.
Okay.
Because that's
the
sort of like
old
his
3-card money.
Yeah, because he was a little more of a street con man way back in the day, like last week.
Okay. So who would like to roll first? You got some of the crew around who are willing, who are on their shift, who are willing to play with you.
Quiet Man Quaylith is my vote.
So you're gonna have to put up 10 gold pieces for each of you to play.
Respa.
Jeez.
Let me find gold.
Very well, brother. I'll lend him 5.
Oh, right here. There we go.
And as he buys in, brother, if you win, you will pay back double.
Okay, say that one more time.
It was Respa saying to me that if I win, I have to pay him back double. Hard
But I'm telling him this after he's already bought in.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll it. Give me.
What do you want me to roll?
If you have proficiency, roll that d20 a comfortable ship, so a D20 plus. What is your proficiency with the tools? It's just.
Proficiency bonus right now is +3 at our level.
All right, so it'll be a D20 plus 4 with advantage.
So D20 with advantage. I don't know how to do advantage.
I think if you right click in D&D Beyond.
Well, there's not really a. Oh, I guess I could just roll dice. I'll just roll the die twice. 2d20. We'll do it that way. And apparently didn't transfer over to the other window. I rolled a 6 and a 13, so with advantage it's a 13 plus 4 is 17.
Okay. All right, so you've done more or less pretty well with that success. You've lost half the money you bet, but you're still in it. So go ahead and roll it for me again.
Oh shit! Someone rolled better. Fuck.
I'm just gonna roll on here. Oh, so 11. That's worse.
That's 11 plus 4, 15.
No, 7 plus 4.
Oh no!
No. You're rolling it wrong. Lucky you. Just roll 1d20 plus 7. No.
Oh, plus.
Plus 4, remember? Because your proficiency is 3.
Yeah.
Then you get 1 for where you're gambling. So 1d20 plus 4.
Yeah, I was rolling with advantage.
Yeah, because you had said advantage.
Because you said advantage.
Yeah,
Was
but
it not advantage on the second one?
It's adding up the 2d20s.
Yeah, that's because I don't know how to use.
That's what I'm saying. So re-roll it, because that's not right. So just roll 1d20 at a time. Essentially, what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, there's the 4.
Okay.
Lord. You rolled a 7 after that?
Would have been really funny.
All right, so
so 19.
All right, so that's 2 successes. So you gain everything you bet with. So you get the 10 back, and you get 5 more. So you have 15 gold pieces.
Okay. So I'm up 5.
Let it ride. Are you letting it ride, or are you going home?
I'm here until I bust what I anteed with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it again.
Never sit down with more than you're willing to lose.
Perfectly fine with losing Respi's money.
I hate you, Bayarca.
Never said I had to pay you back if I lose.
So that is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, getting
So
dirty.
you're at 20. You're at 20 gold pieces now.
Up another 5.
So go ahead again if you'd like.
Oh shit, go all in.
Well, I've now covered Biarca's bet. It's another 20.
Oh shit, he's on fire.
All right. So you're at 30 gold pieces. Now one of the guys is like, wait. Double or nothing.
Oh, Is Respa within earshot?
I'd say so.
I don't see why not.
I'll just kind of motion over to him, like, because we're standing back while Quayle is doing it. And so, is there another guy rolling against him?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna like whisper to Respa. Make sure on this roll if he goes in that he's not cheating.
Keep an eye out, brother.
All right, so Respa and I are gonna be watching the guy to make sure he's not cheating on the.
Quayle, he seems pretty legit to you. If that's what that was for.
I was kind of just when he said double or nothing, just to kind of see if just how confident he was. But with a 7, it would be he's been losing a lot, so I'm going to assume that he is just full of bluster and not actually confident.
Okay, so he says, "Are
That
you
is
going to
not
roll
a
the
very-
dice, or are we going to sit here and grow old like old women?"
Listen,
What?
child.
Yeah.
As I grab the dice and roll on that one and a
Oh.
22.
Damn.
All right, we're staring at the other guy to
Okay,
make sure he's not.
so you now have 60 gold pieces. But at this point, you catch the eye of the first mate, and she says, "I'll bet 500."
Oh, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
I appreciate your wanting to jump into the game, but it is not a bet I can cover. I will have to decline.
I'll tell you what, I'll cover it for you on credit.
Respa, by the way, is totally just like, come on.
And I'm right beside him doing this.
I'm playing a drum.
the aggressive drumming has been on the hot streak.
We're getting requests from chat to do it. YOLO, fall for the bait. That's from our friendly neighborhood Oxtafox.
Let's snatch into your life.
It's up to you, Quaylef. I'm not going to force you.
I am going to let Quayle decide.
WWQD.
Oh, that's a bad. He thinks that he doesn't know that that's a bad idea.
Oh boy, oh boy. I hope you smoke her on this. Okay, now I am for sure. Like, if I have to roll for something, I will. I am like gonna be watching this first mate like a hawk to see if she's like palming some dice for some loadeds. Anything. I mean, anything.
Respa's definitely going to be keeping an eye out for any tricks that he might have used.
Okay. So the way this is going to work is she's going to roll, and then you're going to roll. And then the highest roll wins. To keep it like legitimately fair, I'm going to give her the same bonus as you, so it's literally up to chance. Okay?
Terrible
See,
idea.
See, Russell, this is us keeping her honest. We're just like,
Well, you know, I'm likely to be dead in a week anyway. Oh god, that's a really high roll.
oh my.
Okay, so she's sitting pretty with a 19.
You see Quayla's face go even more pale than it already is.
The house always wins.
The drums in the deep are just getting louder and louder as Corridor's just going to town trying to.
Sweating. Looks like Phil Collins.
Can we?
Oh Lord.
Does anyone on the boat have a hurdy-gurdy?
Yes.
I've never rolled this die before. I just got it.
I
That's
can't
an
say it.
18.
You said
That
a what?
is a 14 on the. It's a 14 on the die.
You got one more roll.
Oof. Oof. Come on, big money.
16 on the die. I don't know if you can see it. Come on.
16?
Zoom in. 16 on the die.
Oh, yes.
That's a 20.
Dirty 20.
By one.
By one.
If you can see that clearly.
We're rich.
So you have won 1,000 gold plus the 60 gold that wasn't a part of this bet. So you've won 1,060 gold.
Well, good night, everybody.
All right, this was brought to you by Sea Fox Paints. Have a good night.
She says,
And that's the show.
she says double or nothing, and pulls out a dagger.
Pain now, reward in the afterlife.
I mean, this okay. Now this is playing dirty. You know what? I'll lobby this. It is now.
What do you got for me?
I'm gonna just stand up and like step next to Quailith as Calder's going like whole hog on the drum, and I'll just say, now, let's keep this fair and honest. We don't no reason to have hurt feelings for losing. And with my hands out, I'll just like use part of my fire Ganassi racial traits to just have like my fingertips just kind of light up with fire and just be like, it's all just calm down, and I'll put them out.
Did you just threaten her?
No, she pulled the dagger first. She pulled the dagger first, and it was presented as just like, it was me showing that we could fight, and then I'm putting them out to say,
Wanted to let her know.
Give me an intimidation
Old
check.
trick of the hot hands.
Give me an intimidation
She
check,
had tight muscles.
Bianca.
it's like,
Yeah.
it's like we could, but we shouldn't.
12. One moment, she has a character sheet.
Uh-oh.
I ain't trying to fight. I was just saying that we could fight, but it ain't worth it. That's why I put him out. And then I knock out Calder. Pretend to not be knocked out.
Playing with the hurdy-gurdy guy. We got a whole jam session going on.
Calder is now shirtless and just sweating profusely.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, you wear clothes on boats?
Perception. Not insight. Oh god. Oh, so she's got like roughly a fucking million.
You seem like an honorable. I've heard I've heard of your deeds. You don't seem like a person that would burn a woman on her own ship. I'm willing to bet you're going to stay out of this. So, like I said, double or nothing.
Most of them never to underestimate them. But
You also seem like the kind of woman that wouldn't stab the people that are paying her wage.
I mean, that's fair.
as you hear, just pauses the drums. That's fair.
I tell you what, I'm willing to just walk away, and you can have your 500 gold back. I will take what I won legitimately.
No. No, you keep your 1,000 gold. It's a long voyage. I'll get my money back one way or the other.
Think she likes you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I don't know. I mean, you still have grave dirt on you at all times.
I've been on a boat for a month. Most of that dirt's washed off.
Some girls are into grave dirt. What can I say?
That's
That
also
lady
true.
was.
That is true. There's a lid for every pot.
That potion lady was very into the grave dirt.
Yeah, the potion lady loved the grave dirt.
Couldn't get enough.
All the ladies are.
All right, so
trying to
she
crack
walks
open
away.
a cold
So at this point, it's it's getting towards the evening. It's time to eat. The food isn't disgusting, but it isn't extravagant.
I'm used to military food, so tastes just fine to me.
I need to add that 1,060 gold to my character sheet.
Yo,
That's that is a big number.
These magic MREs are delicious. Is this like strawberry banana yogurt?
No, that's so. Someone walks over and is like, "That's chimera testicle."
Is it
Oh,
fried?
that's why it's so spicy.
It's not bad. Could be worse. They got big nuts, by the way.
I know they can feed a whole ship.
I have a high constitution. My body's ready.
All right. So is there anything else?
I'm immune. I'm immune to disease. Doesn't bother me.
Oh, wait, can I just do... I'm just gonna do... I didn't do my rolls because I did pay in 5 of Respa's gold. Can I just do just one play of it? I'm not looking to go nuts and, like, win the ship.
Who did you want to challenge?
The portly guy that was in the back kind of laughing with the big mustache. That one.
Okay. And how much did you want to bet?
The 5 gold that I have. That's not mine.
Okay, so go ahead and you have proficiency in dice, right?
I do.
So same thing. It'll be D20 plus 4 with advantage.
D20 plus 4. Well, I actually will just roll this because I have plus 4 in that. It'll say perception, but it's because I have plus 4 in it, and I only
Right.
roll with advantage.
Oh, that's way smarter than how I was doing it.
Oh, dirty 20, baby.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Rolling dice is in my family's blood.
Can confirm.
Like, quite literally.
Oh!
Highway
Ew.
robbery. Cheated. It's fine. Man, I
Little
knew
you
that,
know.
I knew that big fat guy was a sleeper. Damn it.
There's a shark back there, a dice shark.
Well, I don't have to pay Respa back, so I'm fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. All right. So is there anything
Rest
else you
I
guys
lost.
want to do for the day? Anything you
I'm
want
gonna
to...
slip rest of 5 gold. Without Biarka noticing. I will even roll a sleight of hand for that.
I wouldn't care.
There you go.
Oh, jeez. Definitely wouldn't notice that. You know what? For fun. Nope. Nope. Yeah, so, by the way, how has the weather been while we've been doing this? Has it just been pretty, like, calm seas, like, pretty standard stuff, or?
It's been a little bumpy, but pretty standard stuff.
Sure. Before you, like, go to bed on one of the nights, I'd, like, want to just go, like, check on my horse, like, check on Firebrand, make sure, like, I know he's, like, sealed in, like, encased in carbonite, or essentially.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll just, like, check on him, be like, yeah, this is still awkward, but, like, it's a lot easier than trying to take care of live animals, and it's a very interesting method, so. Doesn't seem like anyone's, like, messed with him. He's still in, like, the same, like, open, like, horse mouth, like, position.
Okay. Not a problem. So you guys don't have to worry about fire watch or anything like that. You're literally like rich folk. You can just kind of do what you want, really. So is anyone staying up, or is anyone or are people kind of bored and just going to sleep? What do you want to do as characters?
I think maybe. Oh, go ahead, Quayle.
I was gonna say I'm staying up until at least 2 hours after the first mate goes to bed, and then I will do my 4-hour meditation, and hope that she sleeps longer than me.
Yeah, I'll probably hang out with Quayleth a little bit to make sure everything's copacetic.
Like, wherever, like, I assume, like, in the ship, like, I don't know exactly how the room layouts are. I assume that we kind of have, like, our own, like, quarters-esque area, and there's, like, a bunch of, like, hammocks or some shit in it.
Yes.
For, like, us all. So I'll just actually, like, just kind of, like, sit, like, kind of on watch, like, just, like, military style, just outside the door, just, like, sitting on, like, a barrel, just hanging out, and before, like, I get tired to go to sleep.
Okay. Let me ask a question. Who has the Mask of Elemental Earth on their person?
I have it in the saddlebags of Firebrand.
So it's encased in carbonite.
Yup.
But it is present.
And I have not told anyone else where it is other than Respa.
Okay.
Vespa would just be chilling up on the or not exactly on the bow, but up by the bow, on just like a little by it, just taking in some night air.
I was really wondering when you were gonna ask about that damn mask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. So no. Yeah. Nobody knows about that shit.
Okay. You're staying up, right, Bjarka?
Yeah.
All right. So as you're staying up, and as some of you are staying up, because I know Quail, if you're afraid of,
Afraid isn't the right word, but very aware of the possibility.
aware of the possibility of
Getting
violence.
shivved.
Of a stabbing.
All right.
If I'm
so,
going to get stabbed, I want to be awake for it. I'm just going to throw that out there.
all right. So like I said, so when you guys are either if you're below deck or you're above deck, no matter where you are, especially if you're above deck, everything is relatively calm. And then out of nowhere, this plume of fog comes over the ship, and then the water starts getting rocky, and thunder starts to ring out.
Do we hear any of like the bells from the top deck about like any sailors needing to assemble for anything important, anything like that?
Yes, they need all hands to keep the ship afloat, and mainly one, the sails have to be pulled up, and
Bjarka would definitely be trying to help.
Yeah, I could probably help with that.
Just because like I've been training in it, so I want to make sure that I get it down pat, that reputation check personally.
okay, all right. So go ahead and give me a navigation check to assist, or basically which you train to be a sailor. So it's usually navigation.
Yeah. So would that be just like a survival check, or what would it be?
No, it will be navigation. Navigation is a thing.
With like navigator's tools, you mean?
Yeah, navigation is
okay.
a thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it'd be just it's D20 plus my proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 23. Nat 20, baby.
So you're able to keep this ship afloat. You're not on your own, but basically you're helping the captain and the first mate basically delegate and make sure people are doing what they need to do. You're up in the top sails, making all the sails are being pulled up, and you're making sure everyone is tying lifelines. And while you're towards the front of the ship, and you're tying your own lifeline, you notice something. Inside the lightning in front of you, it's a very large shape. And as you sail closer to it, you hear it.
Can I make out what it is? Do I see any like identifying features right away, or I don't know if you need to make a check or not.
Give me a perception check.
Let's see. Wait, and is this is at night? So, I do have night vision, so yeah.
Something dark vision.
Or dark vision, yeah. 17.
17. So, what you see in front of you looks to be a sea serpent.
Oh shit. I'm just gonna like turn to call out to the others and just yell, "Big water snake!" Never seen one of these before.
I love big water snakes. Oh, come on, they're fun.
Yeah, I just yell that out as loud as like I can for like what people can hear me, and yell for everyone to like brace themselves if this thing's about to like smash into us or not. I don't know.
Okay, so everyone roll initiative.
And while we're rolling that, like, approximately how close is this thing to us?
As you're trying to figure that out, you feel the whole ship stop and lurch. And it's clear this thing has grabbed a hold of the ship from below. So it's close.
So when we kind of like lurch and hit that, like, are we still on our feet, or do we like need to maintain balance at all, or?
I mean, I'm all for starting off combat being prone, I guess.
No, you're not prone. Yeah, it just stops the ship. So go ahead and roll your initiative.
Didn't send through unusual point. It was an 8 for me.
Yeah, mine was an 18.
Yeah, it went through, but we don't have any tokens, so our numbers aren't like tied to the track or anything.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if this was going to be the theater of the mind fight the serpent, or if we were going to be mapping it.
Oh, no.
Good song.
You can go ahead and hit your original roll for it.
So I said that I was near.
How do we do
front-
this?
I was near the front of the ship.
Click your token and just reroll initiative, but then on the tracker you can retype to what the original was.
Ooh, thank you, Bunny.
So,
Yep.
I was. Oops, sorry to interrupt you.
I was gonna say I was also chilling at the bow or near the bow, so I was probably either there or there.
Oh,
I
sorry.
said
Are we?
on the ramp. Or wait, is this the back?
The bow has the
The
ballista.
bow is the front, stern is the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Bow goes
I'm.
down to the right side.
Yeah, I was up near the front, anyways. So I'll be. I guess I would have been like right up here. Does that seem right to you, DM? That I was probably up right near the ballista in the front, as you described.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good enough.
That is some great sea serpent clip art, though.
That's
Just
probably my favorite looking
Love it,
sea.
actually.
So as we're this thing is coming up and everything, I just have a quick thought in my head because I have been working on the ship and everything with the ballista. Do I know if they are preloaded or if they have to be loaded, and how many people does it take to operate it? Since I was getting training, I think I would know that, right?
Also, your military background might help with just siege
Yeah.
weaponry operation.
Yeah. I know a bit of a niche question, but I feel potentially very relevant to this.
Okay, so the ballista up front.
I mean, and if you want to make it up on the spot, I don't care either. Whatever your call is fine with me.
It'll take.
I'd assume 2 people if you wanted to like load and fire it in the same
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, I agree. You would need 2 people. If you don't have 2
Yeah.
people, then it would take an action to load and action to fire.
Okay. Then last question: are they preloaded? That was the only other question. I
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. Then I'm good. Sorry.
I'm gonna stay pretty much where I am in the middle, and I want to like wrap my leg around a rope that's like around maybe the mast, and pull out my longbow. Because I have a longbow now, Look at that. Paladin with a longbow.
Oh, would it be?
Called a pally bow.
Alley bow. Long din. I don't know.
A long din.
That's what.
I like Longadin. That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I have my lance now, so I guess I have a reach weapon.
You
You could have used a lance on the serpent.
It's got a reach, I guess, because I can give a poke.
Very nice idea.
All right, so Caldor, what would you like to do?
Approximately how far away from the boat is the serpent?
About 20 feet away, approximately.
I probably still won't be able to hit that with my reach weapon, yeah. What if
Actually, you can.
What if I get big?
Actually, you can because he's actually starting to wrap his tail around the ship,
Fantastic.
which is a problem.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and stab at this bad boy.
Oh,
Remember how to do this shit.
I don't. Are we allowed to know how many hit points our ship has?
Not enough.
Because I assume this thing is going to be doing like the big like boa constrictor serpent crushing damage on this ship.
Okay, so each part of the ship has hit points, so you need to be more specific.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's I guess I don't know what like exactly
The
what we're
hull?
allowed to know with it. Yeah, the hull, the thing that keeps us afloat, the most afloat.
Okay, give me a perception check.
It's perception. Okay. Do I get advantage because I've been doing sailing work?
Just because you put the jazz voice on doesn't mean I do what you want.
Damn. Okay, that's okay. You never know if you don't ask. Okay. Natural 20. Third
Okay.
one, baby.
Look at the peepers on that guy.
All right, so this thing has about 500 hit points for its hull.
500 for the hull. Okay, got it. Man, I am a good sailor. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay,
She's like, it's okay.
This is
you
where
can
we lose
kill
the
them.
DM.
so Caldor.
Just
So
kill
go
them.
ahead and roll your stabby stab, if I missed it.
All right. I have the fire rune on said glaive. Let's see if we can get one.
Ooh.
Is that a hit?
Two.
That is a hit.
So.
If not, we're fucked.
Yeah.
No, it's a hit. It's a hit. You're good.
All right. So for the fire rune, it was you have to take a strength saving throw, or take 2d6 fire damage and be restrained for a minute.
I don't want to know how much strength this thing has.
So it needs a strength save?
Yeah.
Here comes like that dirty plus like 8 or worse. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be scary. It is plus 8. What was the DC?
Oh, my DC is 13, so it just passed it. Shit. All right. I'm gonna use my extra attack to hit it again
Okay, go ahead.
for the 7.
You rolled a 20?
Yeah.
So I need to roll another d20 or another.
No, it's just once per my attack phase I can invoke it.
Okay. So
Next round, baby.
Hey, got that damage though.
Yeah.
Something.
okay, 1 second.
Yikes. Respa's like, I cast fly on myself and I fly into the night. just leave. Raw leave.
Actually, it does say, in addition, when I hit a creature with an attack using the weapon, I can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles to target. It takes an extra d6. It doesn't.
Oh, is the same?
Okay,
just
no. I can't.
shackles then?
Once I invoke it, I can't invoke until I do a short rest.
Ah.
All right. So
There's-
you do
good
17
effort.
damage to it.
Two paragraphs
Obviously,
to read.
this thing doesn't even flinch with that damage, but you have to start somewhere, okay?
Right.
So, Quailif, with that terrifying comment, it's your turn. So you see this thing, it's literally looming over the ship. The water and like slime from the bottom of this thing just slaps you right in the face. There's people who are running back and forth, grabbing spears. There are people who are literally just crouched and like rocking back and forth. It's people are just losing it. What do you do?
As a bonus action, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Vow of Enmity to make it my enmity target, which gives me advantage on attack rolls for the next minute.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot it twice with my bow, with basically triple advantage because of elven accuracy. Let me do it this way.
Oh, she's
Not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out one too. I will just do it. Come on, D&D, come on, break. Okay, so 19 to hit
That will hit.
for 10 piercing damage. And then the second attack, got a crit fish for it. Oh, missed it by one. 26 to hit for 9 piercing damage.
All right, that will hit.
And then I kind of want to shift my body to put as much of this mast I'm standing next to between me and the closest tentacle.
Okay. So you're like
This
basically
isn't
putting
good
the mask
variant
between
for
you
me.
and the tentacle.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So it's gonna be his turn.
Oh boy. Luckily, check my lifeline. It seems like it's okay. At least I can see Respa.
Okay. So Yarka, since you're near the helm, I need you to make a water vehicle check.
Oh, I don't wait. Is the helm is back here, right?
Yes, the helm should be back towards the stern.
I'm at the bow.
Oh, never mind. then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because I was checking right as combat started. That's when I was like looking out to sea and saw it. So I'm at the bow currently.
Okay, so what he's gonna do? Oh shit! I didn't realize that. Hold on.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Okay, so you see this thing's tail wrap around the mast,
Oh
and one minute.
no! No capsize.
I just look up at the mast that I'm standing next to. Uh-oh.
This bodes ill.
This is like one of the largest ships in the Navy. So I mean, it's gotta be tough,
Okay,
right?
so the mast itself is gonna take 72 damage.
That
Do,
is
do we
many.
immediately see like how like screwed up this mast is? So I know obviously we're hearing and seeing like splintering wood everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
can hear it.
oh. The ship groans in pain.
All right, and it's also it's going to bite at Quaylin.
Of course it is.
Chat's saying the audio is low.
Very low. Okay, 1 second.
Oh no. So like how so just can while you're doing that, Joe, can you describe like how big this thing's head is that's trying to like chomp to bite Quaylith?
I changed. It's not going to bite Quaylith. It's going to It's going to bite at that mass. But its
Okay.
head is about.
I'm next to it.
Yeah, he's next to it, but it's not yet. So the head is about the size of a small sailboat.
Oh. Okay.
It's
That's
a big
fine.
head.
That's fine.
It's a big head.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Be okay.
All right.
All right. So it is
right.
it's going to bite the mast,
Oh god.
but
I'm
it
gonna
does.
duck.
Bad dog.
You're okay, but yeah, you duck.
Bad dog. It's not a stick. No.
I love the way this serpent is drawn.
It is great. It's like Trogdor is attacking our freaking ship.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
actually the vibe. You got it.
No, water
You nailed it.
Trogdor coming at us. Burnate the fuck out of us.
Burninating our faces.
All right. So the mast is going to take another 46 damage.
Oh, it's over 100. Oh god, it's over 110 now.
Well, I'm
Yes.
glad the mass took that because I'd be unconscious.
You say that you're saying you're glad, but the mast itself, you hear a loud crack that even you can hear even over the scream of this beast and the roar of the storm, and you see the mast slam into the water, and immediately when that happens, the water catches into the sails, and it literally starts to pull the ship down by its side.
All right, we gotta chop that mast off.
And with that, it is Bjarker's turn.
Okay, so with it moving, with the ship moving, is it like canted where like we're gonna like have like trouble like standing or
Yes.
moving correctly?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is literally. I can't. It's like this at this point.
Okay, so I have my lifeline on.
Philistine.
Did you guys have time to put lifelines on? Because you guys might
My
be like.
my leg is wrapped to a rope that is tied to that mast.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
What's my lifeline?
Okay.
I didn't want to fall
So-
over.
We're gonna address that on your turn, Quaylif. Don't worry.
Oh, uh-huh.
Okay, so there's just too much happening. There's no way that Bjarka could like react. Quaylith is too far. Everyone's too far away. Let's see. So I mean, I'm tied down and I got that ballista right by me. Actually, can I look over the side where like since I'm kind of like hanging onto the side of the ship a little bit?
Okay.
Can I see if the ship's cannons are like pointed out towards the sea serpent at all? That's like wrapping around the ship.
Well, the ship doesn't have cannons. Like the ship has magical cannons, so it basically requires someone to fire a spell through the cannon. The cannon
Oh, okay.
is enchanted to basically escalate the spell. So and make it more powerful. But yeah, there's no actual cannons. It's more like a magical
And
thing.
and those are below deck, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
There were
so
some
then
above deck, but they have since slid off.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to that ballista, and I'm just gonna try and like whirl that around and just like shoot that ballista like right in the thing's face, just to try to get it to like rear back and like let go, kind of.
Okay.
I don't know what the stats are for that.
Oh, I got the stats for you. So
Okay.
if you're firing it, go ahead and roll 1d20 plus 6 to hit.
Okay. 1d20 plus 6. Okay. Oh, fuck. 9.
That is going to miss. So that
Yeah,
large
it's-
bolt, you hear it whistle right across, right off the side of this monster's face.
Ship's got too much of an angle. It couldn't do it. And I'm using this lifeline to. How long are the lifelines? Since I personally don't know.
How long?
They're like not. Yeah, they're not very long, right?
They're generally when you tie a lifeline, it's to make sure that you can still work in the area you're supposed to be. It's not like you can run all around the ship. So you're pretty much basically what used to happen is if you had to move, you would untie your lifeline, move to another hard point, tie it up again, and start working again. So if you want to move towards like the bow or like the center of the ship, you're gonna have to untie your lifeline.
Okay. Is the serpent close enough for me to use my second attack with a weapon, or is it my? Do I get a second attack still, or would it take like the full action to just shoot it and not get the second attack? I'm fine with either.
It would take the full action to shoot a ballista.
Okay, so I wouldn't get the extra attack. No worries. All right. So I don't really have anything else I can do. Last thing. Is there any bolts left on the ship with it at this dramatic angle?
Yes.
Okay. I
So
guess like
the way
my
that's
phone-
built, it's basically a box that's been nailed down into the floor. So there's a bunch of bolts in this basically a rectangle. So even though it's all off the side, a few have fallen off, but you still have some ammo.
Okay, am I allowed to use my bonus action just to grab a bolt, not actually like move to try to reload or anything, but just to hold on to it so I have a shot at reloading this thing?
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, all right. Then I'll unfortunately just actually, this is not good. I'm actually just going to burn my action surge and reload the ballista and just try to get it ready to shoot again.
Okay. So would that be the end of your turn?
Yep, now it will be, yeah.
All right. Respa, it's on you.
Okay. Should first off state that Respa would probably not have tied a lifeline himself.
Okay, so you're gonna have to address that because you're right on the edge of the ship. Give me a acrobatics check. No, give me a dexterity save to see if you can keep your feet first.
I'll take it.
Hey, my boy!
All right, so you're able to keep
That's
your
20.
feet, but you still have to find something to hold on to because you're at a very steep angle. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Okay, so with that 14, I'll say you're able to kind of grab onto the railing until you can kind of figure out something else. So what would you like to do with your turn?
So, how close am I to the nearest portion of the serpent?
You're about 15 feet because its head is now over the ship, looking down directly at Quaylith.
Hi.
So it's 15 feet above me, or I'm 15 feet away from a section of it on it.
It's about 20 feet above you, 15 feet away.
Got it.
and your butt is like almost touching the freaking water.
I would like to inch my way closer to the serpent. If that's holding onto the railing, if I have to like brave open footing, Respa wants to get closer to it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
That's not gonna do it. So
I would
what
like
happens
to
is
burn
as you're
sorcery point to re-roll it.
oh, okay, there we go. You all in your bag of tricks.
Now I have. Oh fuck! I have to use that.
Oh shit.
Oh
So
man.
it's a 4. It's a 4.
Okay. So what happens is you're kind of inching towards the serpent, and there's another jerk of the ship, and you fall to your knees, and you start sliding on your knees down the planks to the basically the port side of the ship.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need a dexterity save to make sure you don't just fall directly into the sundering seas.
So I'm gonna roll 2d4 because I'm favored by the gods.
Okay.
Come on.
So I add 7 to the 4, so that's 11.
Okay.
4.
All right. So with an 11, you're able to just get your feet onto this side of the rail, but you're
Okay.
literally almost like forehead to belly with the sea serpent at this point.
Okay. It all works out in the end, boys. Seeing that he is like right up and accidentally exactly where he was trying to get.
Hilarious. Favored by the gods.
Favored by the gods.
Rolling one shy from the absolute highest you can with favor to the gods, more like. So I'm assuming Bjarkov might be the only one who can see this, but this is really he's the only one who might be most freaked out by this. Respa's going to be spending his action summoning his necrotic shroud.
Huh?
So, as he transcends his like, as a part of him transcends his mortal coil in a way. Some of his confusing heritage kind of peeks out as normally if an Asimir was to use this there would be some kind of like flightless wings or something of that nature, and there's what seems to be the remains of wings. They're not quite skeletal, but they aren't solid the way that like bones or feathers would be. They seem almost more like wings built out of tongues of flame.
Oh, okay. My first thought was like baby chicken wings that have like molted.
I'm molting.
They're more Ignis based, and they're not as coherent or like centrified. It's more of the idea of like there seems to be these spurts of flame coming off of his body, and like depending on how the light hits it, yeah, you could say they're wings, but they're not solidified in that way. But because this creature is within 10 feet of me, it's going to have to attempt a charisma saving throw. Which my DC for this would be 15.
Here's hoping sea serpents don't have charisma.
So he needs to make a charisma save?
Correct, unless it's immune to fright.
Let's see.
This sea serpent fucks.
It is immune to being frightened.
Damn.
Of course it is.
That's fine.
I will let you choose something else.
Nope, this is all still working. That was like the frightened would have been a nice added bonus, but it's the last sentence, or the last section of the first paragraph. During each of my turns for the next minute, I can cause additional necrotic damage.
Okay.
And since I am now smack dab up in front of this bitch, I'm gonna use inflict wounds.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Come on, baby. Give me that stomp.
This just has to hit now.
Shoot, no favored by the gods anymore. Get him.
I think I clicked it. It might be a little slow right now.
Get him.
Yeah, it's still loading on me.
There we go. Damn. It's a 10 to hit.
Ooh.
That is not gonna hit.
Spend a sorcery point? Wait, can you re-roll that one or no?
Did you use your inspiration already?
Oh,
No, I did not.
you have your inspiration.
I do.
That's up to
We're
you.
gonna use that instead.
Okay.
I think. Well, because are attack rolls considered ability checks?
No.
Because if not, I can't use magical guidance on an attack.
Yeah.
Specifically says ability check. So we'll burn inspiration,
Okay.
Feeling pretty inspired.
and we'll re-roll that.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll it.
Oh.
I'll take it.
That's gonna
I'll
hit.
take a 26.
So how much? That's 24 damage altogether.
24 plus from my necrotic shroud, which is equal to my level, so an additional 5.
Nice.
All right. So
dude.
29.
So
Nice. Okay.
29 necrotic damage as I've got these shitty fiery wings going, and he's just like both handing, grabbing onto this serpent, and just channeling that energy.
Okay. He is gonna bash his belly against you in response to your insolence.
All right.
Oh no.
This is gonna be bad.
Oh no. You might.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Oh.
Okay, you take 12 damage and you're knocked prone,
Okay.
Oh no.
and I get to move you 10 feet of the monster's choosing, which I can't do because you're directly under it, which is annoying. 1, 2, and I'm gonna move him back.
That's Biarka.
Oh
Oh,
crap!
that's me.
I'm that.
That would put Respa in the ocean.
Potentially.
Luckily, this ship is shaped like an octopus, so you're out on one of those tentacles. But I'm gonna need an acrobatics check for you to stay, basically, kind of like when Boyarka was climbing up the pole. I'm gonna need you to pole dance.
Yep.
I need you to roll for that.
Pole dance horizontal, baby.
Nice.
Take it.
What do we got? What do we got?
Man.
What do we got?
17.
17 will do it. So, you still have your movement. You can shimmy, 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 shanga right back onto the deck, if you want to.
Which side of the boat is dipping into the water?
This
Is it
side. Oh yeah. So
The side that you're
Okay,
on.
yep,
yeah. I messed up. So this side is dipping. So you would be
Oh.
over here on this tentacle. I apologize.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So essentially, I'm like pulling a little bit of a Titanic, and I'm up in not the air, but like
Yeah.
away from the water, right?
You're
Okay.
safe, but you've been safer.
We'll stay where I'm at for now.
Okay. Fair enough. Calder. It's top of the order. It's your turn. You're muted.
Sorry. How attached to the ship is this main mast still?
It is. Okay. We were just watching people cut bamboo with swords. Imagine a very shitty cut where the majority of the weight at the top just pulls down, but there's still a good piece of bamboo holding it there. That's what the
Okay.
mast looks like.
So it would take a couple chops to get through this thing still.
There's a healthy healthy splint of wood holding this mast to the ship.
Now, if I get big, they'll just start pushing this ship into the water a little bit faster.
It is a risk. I will admit,
Or
it is a risk.
going to turn into like a kaiju fight in the middle of the ocean?
I don't think you're that tall though, because you're in the deep water.
Yeah, I know. Just jump on its face. Fuck. Maybe the best we could do is just try to get this thing off the boat. So I'm gonna
I think you're right.
attack it again.
Okay.
Watch out. Move. 8.
Is that an 8 to hit?
Yeah, it's an 8.
That will not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my extra attack on it.
Okay.
Ooh, 22.
22's the money. So that's 7 slashing. Is there any additional?
No, 7 slashing, and then I'm gonna burn my action surge and attack it twice again.
Okay.
13,
Will not hit.
and then a 14.
Will not hit.
Dang. So just keep counting up until we get there.
It's
Right.
its thick, snaky skin.
It's thick like a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh,
God.
Oh lord.
that
All right.
changes my mental image of what this thing looks like by quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, Kaldor, do you have anything else you want to do? Do you want to use your movement? And also, do you have a lifeline on?
Oh shit. I don't think so.
I need a dexterity save then.
I'm flying, baby.
Oh no.
We'll miss you.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to use athletics.
I don't know if you have it right now, Calder. Do you still have your inspiration?
I do have my inspiration.
Okay, so right now, if you don't use inspiration, you're on this tentacle right here. And you're slipping.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind using inspiration. Do I just re-roll a dice roll with it, or can I use it to use a skill check instead?
I'll say that one more time.
If I use my inspiration, is it just a re-roll a dice roll, or is it a like I can use like my athletics instead of dexterity?
You can use athletics if you would like.
Yeah, let's try that one out.
I would
I'll use my
request a description from my benevolence.
of of me not slipping into the water onto the giant thing, or me climbing off of this tentacle over there.
It depends on how you want to use your inspiration. Because basically, if you want to use your inspiration now and basically renege on what happened, that's fine. But if you want to wait and use your inspiration, depending on what happens on this next roll, you can do that too. It's really up to you.
I was gonna do it to instead of using a dexterity save, use athletics. Is that possible?
Like a strength save?
I think I understand what you're saying. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
9.
9.
Yeah. We only attacking here, boys.
Okay, so you're in the water.
Still on. Lovely.
With that, we're going to end your turn, because Quailith, it is your turn. As your turn starts, you hear the bells ringing deep into the storm, and you barely hear someone screaming, "Man overboard."
Can I take a quick glance to see like which way people are pointing? My passive perception is only 12.
Sure. Go ahead.
Let's see if I have no idea where somebody went overboard. Not even remotely.
Okay, so you don't notice he... Oh, man. I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
None can withstand our faith!
So I hear it, but I like look around. I'm
Thank you
like,
for the
I
follow.
got no idea. No idea where it is. So I take a quick assessment of this mast and feel like I probably have another turn before this is a terrible idea to stay here.
I think
I'm gonna take
we're
my
just that.
well, heat of the moment.
Understandable.
When have I ever made amazing choices during combat? I'm gonna take the bow and like shove it down into the ropes next to my leg to give me a little bit of play in case I need to yank my leg out.
Okay.
And pull out my rapier. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this thing.
Okay.
And I don't know why it rolled a number, but I just hit the cast button to use a spell slot, and it didn't work. There we go. Ignore that 3. And then I'm going to stab... I'm assuming this thing is right next to me, since it's, like, biting the mast right above my head.
Yes. If I was going to move it to... Just for visuals, it's basically here.
Yeah, it's kind of what I guessed. It is still my Vow of Enmity target, so I still have advantage on my attack rolls.
Okay.
So let's... 19 to hit.
That will hit.
And that'll be... 15 total piercing damage.
You said 15 total piercing?
And then a second attack with the rapier. Another 19 to hit. For 11 piercing.
You said what to hit?
19.
Okay, so that will hit. It's another 11 piercing. Okay, anything else you want to do with your turn?
Can I, as just a move action, get my leg free and get myself to the top side of the mast so that I'm not like gonna fall into the water?
Yes, if you move fast.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to make like an acrobatics?
You read my mind.
13.
13 will do it.
Okay. So my leg is free, and I'm kind of straddling the mast like a bull at a country bar.
Everyone hydrate.
We miss you, sister. But also, your wheelchair would be terrible right now.
No, he's got that climbing wheelchair.
That is true. Climbing wheelchair would probably be okay.
Got like
Yeah, there's a sea serpent fight. People are in the water. All right, so with that in mind, since Blue Rover's here, I'm gonna flex a little bit with this sea serpent. So he is going to, at the end of Quail's turn, he is going to bash his tail into the hull So the hull
Oh no!
is gonna take 72 damage.
Oh, that's so much.
Does it? It comes down on top of the ship.
Yes.
As it hits in the wood splinters, does it make a hole? Is there like a hole as it lifts its tail out?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And then on its turn, it's going to bite. And do another 46 damage.
Oh god.
Jesus.
It's a solid third of the hull's damage in one turn.
Yep. Not good. Not good. Getting desperate.
All right, Biarca, it's your turn.
Okay. Do I see a way below deck to where my horse is?
Yes. Give me a perception check. Let's see if you can find it.
Do I need to make a perception check? Is the hole that the sea serpent just made?
I see what you're doing. Yes, you can go into the hole.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I just pull out like a small knife and just cut my line, and kind of with all right. So actually, I'll position myself on the ship so we're kind of at our side, so that I would angle myself to kind of as controlled as I could to kind of go down into that hole.
Okay.
To get to where my horse is.
So it isn't a perfect break, obviously, because it was.
I'm expecting this to hurt.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to give me like a athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I'll use athletics.
Okay.
13.
That's not good enough.
Okay.
So
do I just hit hard or what happens?
You fall and you're impaled at your shoulder by a piece of splintered plank.
Shit.
Okay.
You take 10 damage.
That's fine. Do I take damage falling as I go down the hole?
Most of that went into your shoulder.
Okay.
So basically, right now you are stuck to the bottom of the ship, as it's actually starting to fill up with water because of that last hit, and you're just stuck there and you're gonna have to pull yourself off essentially.
Oh. Okay. Looking around me, do I see where my horse is?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna try and. What would hurt? What would hurt less? Just trying to smash the wood and leave it in, or pull it out. Fuck it. I'm just gonna try and just find some kind of bracing and wait. So it's at a weird angle. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find some kind of bracing. Just try and shove myself off.
Okay, give me a strength check. Because you're actually fighting against the suction that your body is creating against that wood.
Oh, no whammy.
I actually rolled the save. I can re-roll that if you.
The strength save?
I just saw strength. Yeah, I rolled a strength save. I can roll a regular strength check if you want. Oh, can I use athletics or no?
No, the save is fine. We can go with the save because you're basically trying to save yourself.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair. So yeah, so you're able to just fight the suction and the pain as you just push yourself off, and that thing was all the way through. So
do I? Oh my god! Do I take it? Do I take more damage getting myself off? I'm fine.
Yeah. Roll. Let me roll. It's not as much as the initial.
Say I get it. It's hard.
Click.
So
I've
you're going to
watched every
take 4
John
more
Wick
damage
movie.
as you're pulling yourself off this thing.
I understand. Okay, so I get to where my horse is. What was what was the Was there some? What was the rudimentary process for like letting the
For
crystal thing go?
Well, it was, and you don't know. Initially, a deck wizard pitch your horse in crystal just to keep it safe.
Sure. Is there anyone like that around me? Like anyone at all? I know things are crazy, but is there anyone there?
There's a lot of water. There's a lot of wreckage. Give me a perception check. I'm honestly gonna say this one's at disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured. 9.
Excuse me?
9.
You don't see anyone.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you didn't roll twice. Oh well. It
I
can
did
only be
roll twice.
worse. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah. On my end, if you look at the bottom, it says 2d20. That little formula at the bottom was for disadvantage.
Okay, understood.
So I'm just gonna yell that I need a wizard to unlock this, and that'll be my turn as I'm like pounding on the crystal with the idea that I have to try. So otherwise, I don't even know if it'll work.
Deck officer.
All right.
Just
Okay.
yelling that I need help.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm gonna just. I don't know the magical properties of this shit. No, there's nothing because I don't want to like try to attack the crystal because I don't know if it'll hurt my horse. Like, would I know if I like tried to break the crystal if it would hurt my horse or if it would just like kind of shatter off and it would be fine? I don't know.
This isn't the first time your horse has been turned to crystal.
Okay.
You know that if you break this crystal without it properly being dispelled, your horse is actually crystal right now, so it's going to break with the crystal.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it to give it to one more turn before I might have to do something very drastic.
Okay. So we're gonna leave Biarca making executive decisions, and we're gonna move on to Respa.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, I'm up on a thing.
Yes.
And this is looking bad. Would have just probably. I think with my elevation, I probably would have been able to watch Biarca jump through pretty handily.
Oh, at that angle? Yeah. You'd heard me scream.
That would have been like, I feel like front row seats game. Can I see some? Is there like a decent way where I could make it down to the edge of that without immediately jeopardizing myself?
Give me a perception check. Jesus, the rolls have been killing you guys tonight.
Great.
You're not finding a easier route from your vantage point.
Okay, so seeing that there's not going to be a safe way down, turn my attention back to the sea serpent for now, and I'm just going to start just flinging some of that burning rage I'm starting to feel, and we'll do a scorching ray at second level.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is 3 shots for 12, 17, and 20 to hit.
The 17 will miss, the 12 will miss, the 20 will hit.
Alright, well the 20 only did 3 damage.
Oof.
That feels bad, but that's life.
It didn't like that.
That's fine. that's gonna be it. That's all I can do right now.
All right, it is going to bash the ship one more time on your turn, and the ship is going to take another 72 damage.
Oh my god. So what is since how much HP does it put it at, the hull specifically?
The hull has 500. It's lost 190.
Okay. So it's starting to take on some water.
With that, we're at the top of the order. Calder.
Okay, so am I in open water? Am I laying on top of like sail rubble?
You're not in open water. You're tangled in wreckage at this point. But herein lies that's the problem. You're tangled in wreckage, and the wreckage is holding you underwater.
Okay, how far underwater?
Not too far. It's just enough to be annoying.
Okay, so if I'm gonna use giant strength or giant's might to get to large size. How close to the boat am I still?
Now that you're a giant, your back is pretty much on the boat, which does not help the sinking problem.
No, I am assuming it doesn't. I was either going to try to climb up, try to get back on the boat, or climb on the
Far
serpent.
side. Go to the far side.
I don't think I could get to the far side because I'm tangled in ropes.
Tabletop will be dealt with. Table talk will be dealt with in blood. Last warning.
If I start like pulling myself up on the boat, how noticeable is the listing?
It's noticeable.
Noticeable. How close is the serpent to me?
Very, very close.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to like grab onto the serpent and then stab it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Okay. Give me a grapple check. I guess it's gonna be opposing strength.
So do I roll on my strength?
Yeah.
Okay. Not on saving throw. Do I just click on my actual strength thing, or do I just do a d20 plus my modifier?
Plus your
You can
modifier.
just click on the strength, and it should auto roll it.
Yeah.
Give him that Shaquille O'Neal. Let's go.
Oh, I have advanced strength checks with fucking giant size.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That one's better. Oh Jesus!
It's fighting you off, but you can still stab it if you want.
Oh yeah, I love stabbing. I will hit it with the glaive. Oh, all right. The
Do you have inspiration?
Not anymore.
Oh no, the natty one.
Okay, so that damage is going to be done to the hull.
Lovely.
Oh no.
Go ahead with your
I
next
just
attack.
see
Is my
glaive come through the hole?
Yeah. Don't, fucking Walrus
the
is down
horns.
there trying to like hit his horse with things. Just a glaive comes in through the side. But outside's going just about as good as in here. So my glaive's not broken?
No.
All right, I'm gonna attack this thing again with this thing with my extra attack.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, 15. I don't think that if the 17 of bunnies didn't hit.
15 is not going to hit.
More of this thing is crazy.
I don't want to have to do.
All right. Can I still move?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to attempt to maybe kind of shimmy up one of these. I'm underneath this fucking serpent man. So I'm going to try to shimmy up the side, or at least hold on to one of these tentacles that's on the boat that is in the water.
Okay.
What you need me to roll?
You're large. You're huge or large?
Large.
I'm not gonna have you roll anything. You're able to grab onto it.
Okie dokie. Then I'm good.
All right, and at the end of your turn, it's going to bash again. All right, so we're at 275 damage, and it is Quayla's turn.
I hate that I'm asking this question. Is its eye within 30 feet of me?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I am going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen to, as a bonus action, teleport 30 feet to its head, like next to its eye, and stab it as I'm like teleporting, and stab it in the eye.
The old port stab.
Okay.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right, so
That looks so cool.
yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Nat 20! Nat 20!
20. 20.
Nat 20!
Smite his ass.
I'm dropping a second level smite on that. Nat 20.
Okay. So what is the total damage?
One moment.
Smite.
Let me figure
Wow.
out.
Can we get smite spams in chat, please?
Smite that.
So
boo.
that is
Smite that. boo.
the piercing plus the crit from the piercing, so that's 12, and then 2 Hunter's Mark, that's 17, and then trying to remember what.
What is it? Is it 3d8?
Chat saying use all the smite slots.
So like 68?
They're smite slots. They're not spell slots. So it's it'd be 68
Damage?
unless it's undead or a fiend.
It is not.
Okay, so I need to roll 6.
Holy
Definitely
is-
trifling.
It is now bloodied.
No. I haven't. It's not 68. 6 dice 8.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
I was about to say.
God damn.
So that's 23 plus what was it? 15. Or
17.
17. So 23 and 17 is 40. Some of which
Nice.
is 23 of that is radiant damage. All the rest is piercing.
Right to the freaking peeper.
Right to the fucking eyeball.
You guys are yin yang.
It is now bloodied.
Radiant and necrotic going on up in there.
And I don't know if I can try to like grab this thing to not fall. I mean, if I fall, I fall. But
Well,
Is
you're a smaller size. Give me a strength check.
oh, this will go great.
Is this the strength check to see if he's holding on to his rapier with it stabbed in the eye of this?
Nat 20.
Oh my god, Leviticus!
Okay, well,
Yeah, buddy.
here are all those nat 20s they were missing. So, okay, so you're hanging on to this thing as you're just swinging and stabbing at the same time.
Whew. Oh. Well worked up.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
At the
Stay
end
close
of your
for the right
turn,
moment.
it's going to slam it. Oh, go ahead.
Would you believe that that's my first attack?
Oh. Well, I spoke too soon. Go ahead.
That's why I was asking if I could like grab, because I don't know if I would get the second attack if I fell.
It's a
Well,
free fall.
you nat 20, so it's a non-factor at this point.
That is another nat 20.
Oh my fucking! It's 3 nat 20s in one turn.
Okay,
It's
which one of
over.
you debauchery, just degenerates are hacking? Someone's hacking, man.
This is what Joe gets for potentially making me kill my horse.
It's the war drum.
So you hit, and you also get double damage because it's a crit.
Still
Okay.
don't spell my horse.
My
Can you
number
s-
2.
Can you smite that stuff?
Kavinicus, have you
Yes.
ever rolled
wait.
3
Yes.
nat 20s?
Not
in one
not in
turn?
one turn. No. Let me do the regular damage first, and then
Oh
double
my
check the wording of smite.
god. What is happening? All hail the
So that's
all hail the Raven
13,
Queen in chat.
20.
All hail the Raven Queen in chat. I can't believe I just witnessed that.
I can't believe how fast that turned around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It just says when you hit with a melee weapon attack, I can expend a spell slot, so I can dump it a second time.
Smite.
Well, it's
Smite
not a-
that
it's not a-
booty.
it's not a
Both
spell
my
anyways.
second level spell
Smite that
slots.
booty.
Yeah.
So
Divine
that's
Smite's not
another
a spell, it's just like an ability, right?
Yeah, it just burns a spell slot.
Yeah, it just uses up a spell.
Yeah.
It uses up the potential of a spell.
6 more D8, my guy. Get out of here.
So 41.
Oh!
41 damage?
81
20.
damage total?
21 of which is radiant on second attack. So yeah, 41 total.
Describe your kill.
That's right.
Oh! 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 Oh my god.
My god. What the
So,
I would like to
laying
break the fourth wall, and you guys were supposed to chase it off, not kill it. This
Look, if you roll 3 nat 20s in a row, you're
Yeah.
killing the fuck out of something.
Yeah.
Yo, I was literally on my turn going to try
Wow.
to shadow the crystal to put on the mask
okay.
to try to save us.
Okay.
so
Okay, Quaylith. Hold on.
and-
Quaylith. You have a chance of regaining inspiration. I need a description that's worth 10,000 XP. That's how much this thing is worth. I need something I need a good description of this death. Wow.
So, to set the scene, the boat is canted like that. I'm strapped to the mast, like, sitting on it like this at the top. I've got my rapier out, and I look up at the eye, and I roll off the mast and teleport, and like, just my whole arm goes into the eye, down to like the wrist, and I grab it on the eyelid, and just this crazed look, as I pull the rapier out, and just all the way into the elbow, and I'm a little bit stuck.
What's that holy light look like?
It's like shooting out of, I don't know how many orifices this thing has on its face,
More than you want to know.
but it's just this fucking beams of radiant light shooting out of its mouth and its other eye, just straight out the other side.
Serpent disco ball.
Serpent disco ball. As it slowly loosens its grip on the ship, and I ride it down to the water, and like Jack Sparrow, wrap my arm around a rope as the weight of the boat pulls me and my arm out of this thing's eye as the boat frees itself.
Hell yeah!
I'm a terrible pirate,
But we still heard of it.
but you've still heard of me. Yeah, and then hero landing hurt my feelings.
Literally the most epic D&D moment I have ever had in my life.
Okay. You go ahead and give yourself the inspiration, sir.
I already had inspiration. I had not used it. Can I give that to somebody else in the party?
Considering what you just did, I'll allow it.
Okay. I really liked the terrible idea that Biarca was about to do. So I would like to give Biarca my inspiration.
All right, and I think Turin is right. You got a nat 20. I don't even think it hurts your knees. I'm in agreement with him.
It's the grave dirt down in the boots. It softens the landing a little bit.
Grave dirt's known for being squishy.
Literally the most insane shit.
Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe
seen
that.
in my life.
Like, I realized I rolled 7 dice to get that, but you know,
That's
three-
3 out of 7.
3 nat 20s. I mean, that's what is that?
That's
1 in
insane.
8,000 chance of getting 3 nat 20s.
Insane.
I mean, it's crazy.
I'm not even
And
mad.
couldn't
Like,
ask for a
it
better
just is
time.
what it is. Like, what do you do?
Oh my god. Can we go on break?
Ooh, yes, I need to.
That's a good time.
I don't
Yeah.
even smoke, and I need a cigarette.
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's take a break. We'll take about like 5-minute break. Before we do the break, all the sounds you're hearing are brought to you by Battle Bards. They did the crazy monster sound, and then all the crazy sea sounds, and every sound we've used in all the other sessions. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to set everything up for your session. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the link below, and you will get yourself a discount. And it's already discounted anyway because it's a lot of discounts. Just go ahead. All the cool kids are doing it. You want to be popular, just do it. All right, now let's take a break.
Double the fun.
Be
All right.
like Joe.
Count,
be
double
cool.
check.
All right, so we'll take about, let's call it like 10 minutes.
I'm
And-
fine with 5. I
About
just have to go like vomit my guts up.
Okay, so let's take a 5-minute break and we'll be right back. All right, guys?
That's good.
All right.
I don't feel bad
foresight.
about eating them.
All right. Okay, so we are back. Thank you guys who stuck with us. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to divvy up experience for that monster, and each of you, and that includes Toasty, so make sure someone message him. Each of you get 2,000 experience.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
What was our experience at?
9567, right?
It's
Yep.
what it
That's what I had.
is that
That's
what it was? at?
So now we're at 11. 5,
Yeah.
6, 7.
You guys haven't leveled yet?
Oh,
No,
gotcha.
we're level 5 still.
We are 2,500 away.
Okay.
Yep.
Another sea serpent. Fuck it.
Unless we earned some XP over our last month of training.
Nice try.
Damn it, Sour, we tried everybody.
All right, so
Um,
you guys have defeated the sea serpent, but there still lies two problems. One, the mast is still listing the ship, it's swamping the ship, and two, now the weight of the sea serpent that Quailif killed in such a extravagant fashion is now weighing down the bow of the ship.
Okay, so all right, so I don't know what technically Bjarka didn't see it, so I'm up, so I feel the ship move upright, so that will actually stop me, like, from, like, plunging my lance, like, into the crystal of my horse as it kind of, like, the bottom of the ship rocks. Are we keeping initiative for this, or are we out of initiative?
You're out of initiative.
Okay. Bjarka's just gonna like run back to the top of the deck to see what's going on.
Okay, so when you run back to the top of the deck, what you see is the waves from the port side splashing up, and the more the waves hit, the more the ship sinks. Even through the storm, you can noticeably see the ship is sinking fast.
Okay. All right. I don't know how much I can do, but do I see one of the wizards that can like free my horse?
Yes, you do.
I'm just gonna shout to one of them to come free my horse, like, because this shitter's going down, and we got to get the living shit probably out of here.
The captain belays that order, and he says, "No one leaves. We're going to save the ship. Release the horse, but use it to pull the monster off."
You heard him. Go.
All right, so the mage goes down, and he releases your horse.
I'll follow him down.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do with your horse to assist?
Okay, so now, is there any ropes around that have those giant like hooks?
You mean a gaffer?
I don't know. Yes,
gaffer,
in
yes.
fact, a gaffer. I know this. A gaffer. That's what it's exactly what I knew what it was. That. Is there like a number of them?
I mean, it's a
Like-
ship, so I would be forced to say yes.
Never been on a ship before, Joe.
No. I'm not saying you did.
I'm fucking with you. Two things I learned. Gaffers are on ships, and they're called gaffers now. I'm gonna grab a bunch of those and find Calder, because I know he's really strong. And I don't know how strong Quailith is, but he looks like he's feeling really buff right now for some reason. No idea why. And I'm gonna like just say to like throw like hook, like we'll go up and like plunge some of these gaffers into it, and I'm gonna see if I can fashion some kind of knot onto my horse to try and like pull it in a correct direction to try and like help slough off some of this shit.
Okay. All right, so you're doing that. Caldor, you're giant. What are you doing?
Well, I'm only giant for a minute, so is it like been more than a minute since last time I got big?
I'll give you one action before you go small.
I could do it again. I could do it up to 3 times a day.
Get big.
Get big. Get
Yeah.
swole.
So, half of me wants to kind of like counterbalance that, but can I just start like pushing the serpent, like my back against the boat, and start like pushing my legs to push the serpent off the side of this thing?
Yes, I like where your head's at. Give me a strength check.
Okay. That boom, and I get advantage on that. So let's not have that. Dude, my rolls are terrible.
Oh,
God damn.
the serpent's heavy. The serpent's really heavy. It's not so much that you're weak; it's that it's heavy.
It is a gargantuan creature. It's probably the biggest creature you guys have fought thus far. Or ever.
But if I got the time, I would like to just keep kind of pushing.
Okay, go ahead. Anyone else have any ideas?
I'm just gonna keep walking this number thing up.
I'm not strong, but I can help with getting ropes put in logical places with my dexterity, tying knots and whatnot.
Here, have a gaffer.
Have a gaffer.
Is that what this is called? Okay.
Could also try chopping it in pieces, but I don't know how long that would take.
The captain brought me.
Gentlemen, I do have a sturdy belt.
Wrap that bitch around and let's cinch it up. Dead. So good.
I do have a sturdy belt.
You just like wrap the belt around Calder's waist like a weight belt. Gotta keep those kidneys safe.
Can I like blast my back out?
Yeah.
Like it.
So are you actually using that sturdy belt?
Right now. Yeah, look, we're actually gonna help support Calder's back with it.
Yeah.
Like a weightlifting belt.
It's a sturdy fucking belt.
It's sturdy.
You feel renewed, Calder.
I'd love feeling renewed.
Okay. So eventually, between the horse and Calder and his sturdy belt and back, you guys are able to at least slough off the serpent, but there still runs the issue of the mass that's swamping the boat.
Why have the crew not been chopping this mass apart?
They have been, but most crew are not level 5 adventurers.
But still.
So if we've pulled enough, so as like we get like that like a first like big chunk of like this sea serpent like push pulled off, do we like gain some like substantial like
poignancy,
floatiness from like that immense weight not bearing down on it?
You gain some floatiness, but the damage of the listing has already been kind of solidified. So what you do see is a lot of soldiers running down the steps or the hole that you originally fell into, and they're getting to the pumps and they're starting to use those.
Okay. Now I don't really know how it works, but after we've finished like that, like the sloughing the giant beast off, is there like some kind of like makeshift like I don't know what it would be called during the time period of like 1 second, I'm trying to think of it. Is there green stuff for ships during this time period?
It's best pitched, yeah.
Yeah, pitch. Okay.
You're muted. Oh, there you go. There, you're good.
Yeah, I wanted to say pitch, but I didn't want to feel stupid, so I'll stick with green stuff for ships in fantasy realm.
Okay. So you want to use pitch.
Yeah, in any spots that it seems like it could work effectively to try and like buy us as much time until the pumps are starting to catch up.
Okay. So go ahead and give me. God, what would be good for this? Give me a perception check, I guess, so you can spot the places where the pitch would be the most effective.
12.
Okay, so you're able to find some patches that are leaking that you can put the pitch in. It's not just pitch though, because the pitch it'll just create a bubble then pop in your face. So one of the other sailors corrects you, and they basically stuff cloth in those areas and then pitch over it.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so I'll just keep doing that.
But there are other larger holes that need to be plugged up with wood.
Oof. I guess I'll just be doing that and trying to use a pump if one's open, and that's all I would do.
Oh, it's open. Give me a strength check to see how helpful you are with the pumps.
Just straight strength or athletics?
You can do athletics if you'd like.
I would.
Yeah, athletics is where it's at.
24.
Oh,
There we go. That'll do it. So you're definitely helping pumping. So yeah. All right. So anyone else got any ideas when it comes to the mast itself? Because Bjarka is actually down in the hole. So what are the rest of you doing?
at this point, the mast is like we straight up need to remove. This lodge, right?
Yes.
We get the mass off of this thing.
Go around. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna go and try to find like a weak point that there aren't like a whole lot of people focusing on, because I can create a continuous fire with create bonfire. I kind of want to try and burn through a section of the map.
It's raining pretty heavy, but you can go ahead and attempt it.
Does it say if it's magical fire or is it just regular fire?
Yeah.
A magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube.
Okay, so you have nothing to worry about. You're good.
Yay, fantasy.
So you're basically trying to use create bonfire to turn it into an arc torch.
Essentially, a very clunky, not super accurate, but hopefully effective.
5 foot wide.
Just bomb.
Okay, so you turn that into an arc torch, and it snaps the mast off. And as that happens, the ship overcorrects and starts moving starboard. And as that happens, there's a loud crash and a extremely trembling jerk. All of you are thrown to your feet. Even the crystallized horse is kind of just knocked over. It doesn't break, it's just knocked over.
We just lost 2 people for visuals.
Yeah,
Lost
I
you
just-
and Bunny.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I see myself. That's weird.
Calling back in.
It's only on Twitch that it's weird. It's fine on. Well, Bunny is off on the actual call.
I'm missing Joe and Bunny.
Okay.
Do I take damage from
There goes Joe.
like? Actually, I'm gonna roll a D4. Odds, I was using pitch at the time. Evens, I was using the pump. Fuck, it's odd. Do I assume that I spill hot pitch all over myself as the ship jerks?
Yes.
All right, hit me, daddy.
I have an idea. Your right arm is burned.
I have fire resistance as a fire ganassi.
Yeah, that's fire. This is hot pitch. There's a difference. Fire
Yeah.
you can move away from. Pitch sticks.
I figured.
So you now have 3rd-degree burns on your arm.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. How much damage do I take?
You take 5.
Ow. Dude, I'm getting like accident I've lost 19 hit points from just
Fuck ups.
from ship. No, it's environment damage, I'm convinced at this point.
All right. So as you guys hear that crash, those of you who are above deck, you realize that you have run aground on an island.
Oh, during the storm.
And that's where we'll leave it off for tonight.
Oh my god.
And here I was going to climb something to see if I could figure out where bells were coming from.
All right, so great session, guys. You guys did amazing.
Holy
So much fun.
Go ahead and take 500 more experience for the role play.
Thank
So
you.
close. We're so close. And we get there.
Yeah, so we're definitely playing, obviously not next week, but the week after. I guess this is the after action report. How did you guys like the serpent battle?
Screw you,
Yo,
Joe.
that was
Screw you,
awesome.
Joe. Screw you so much. Oh my
That
god.
was terrifying.
I
was sure we were going to die.
Pretty sure we were dying.
I was going to do the most desperate thing that I've ever had to do in D&D, and I was going to literally euthanize something to try to save everyone. And I was very, very conflicted and very feeling awful. It was terrible. And that means it was perfect.
It was so good.
I imagined that it was just Joe's face on the serpent's body as Kavinicus killed you.
I would never imagine such a thing.
That's the only way is like Sea Monster Joe getting capped by Kavinicus. But no, in all honesty,
Deep in sea serpent eye.
yeah, you're a huge sea serpent eyed. But in all seriousness, though, it was probably one of the most intense sessions I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean that was so much fun and so like on edge. Like it gets a little hot in my room, but like I was sweating for a little bit.
I was warm. Yep.
My face is like still kind of red from the stress.
Well, I'm glad it was fun. I mean, it was supposed to be a difficult encounter. It was shitty luck for you guys to roll that particular encounter. But yeah, experience is experience.
And we leveled up.
Did you?
No.
No,
Right?
I'm 2,000 away still.
we gotta get 14K.
Oh,
14K.
14K. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You guys should
So
hit
we-
that next session probably.
Yeah,
We're just shy of 2K XP away.
Sea
Yeah,
serpent
we're
2.
2K away, right?
Just under, yeah.
Give or take, yeah.
Okay, I did bad math somewhere. What experience do you guys have?
12067.
Yeah.
12067. Okay, thank you. I'll just apply that change. Okay, all right. I fixed my fuck up.
All right. Well, again, another great session, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks, where we figure out where the heck you guys are.
This dramatic BS was brought to you by Steve Fox Paints. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Truly appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.